Right, we distinguished that the majority of our audience were going to be fans of the slasher genre. We then decided to target specifically people with this psychographic, receiving over 100 responses on our survey, as you can see here.
Beautiful.
This in turn made us conduct research into conventional names such as the ones that you can see here. Coming up with our own, we addressed this to our focus groups, receiving their input into choosing Silent Killer, as it was far more simplistic and conventional. As you can see here, we made a blog deciphering which was the better title. To attract our audience, we decided to follow their inputs in regards to the title appearance, times, and simplistic name of our film. We utilised the help of focus groups throughout our research and finally came up with the most conventional one we had. This in turn made us more inclined to utilise the advice given by our target audience. To fulfill that, we included the audience preference of the victim being partially aware of the killer. This was a question that we had developed through our research on slasher films and the awareness of victims, as you can see in these deconstructions here. And as seen here in our questions. The results were indicative of our previous idea of having a partially aware victim and played into us using this idea through a twig snap.
Don't forget that I'm the one who made you, the one who's always going to crave you, pull you in.
To show that the...
I just went right at the camera like... Okay, sorry, do it again.
To show that the victim was somewhat aware of the killer.
Hi again.
All nice and brave.
Sorry, repeat that, please.
The audience for our film opening would be slasher fans due to the genre.
In our survey feedback, we had a question about dialogue, which was...
Would you like to hear dialogue speaking in the opening? The three possible answers were yes, no, or some, with the most popular answer being some. Typically in slasher openings, there is minimal dialogue from the characters who get killed, which is reflected in my deconstruction of You're Next. Because of the lack of dialogue in our opening, with the only dialogue being hello, that was me that said that too, we will attract slasher fans. Our survey also had a question on location, asking what location do you think is good for a slasher horror film, with the most popular response being an abandoned building or buildings. For my inspiration, I found a good abandoned school, which would be good as it would appeal to slasher fans. That's the end.
It's recording.
Just so everyone knows. I feel really awkward now. What happened anyway? In our survey, wait, no.
Mine's on 2 pages. How awkward.
So was my other one.
Awkward. So awkward. Can you see that, Lucy?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Wait. Yes, again. Here we go. Yes, I just start. Yeah, it is. That really put me out. However, when I went to the location, I didn't think it would be the best, as I felt it would limit the audience and would lack creativity, as it was limiting the age of our audience to younger years and prevented the audience being wider and going into the older years. Because of this, I found another location, Lewes Valley. Beautiful. Love it. I thought this was better for our opening, as it subverts common locations used in horror films due to it being peaceful and natural, but also remote, so it seems chilling and creepy.
That was so...
And I was like, what?
Yeah, we were meant to like jump up and jump down. I was like,
No.
read that, okay?
Yes, I can read.
Great. Good thing you come to it, Victor, then.
Is it recording? Yes.
Oh.
So,
Are you in? Okay.
I'm in it. Our age range is for 15 to 22-year-olds. So when we made a survey, this way, for our peers and potential audience members, first question we asked was, what age range are you? As you can see here, from my blog. So from here you can see that the majority of our audience were aged 15 to 17-year-olds, therefore identifying that our target audience would be mainly for just over 15-year-olds. When we showed our final piece to our focus groups, their ages ranged from 16 to 18. and over 18. And we also showed our first storyboard draft to the same focus groups who also had this age range. This therefore shows that our audience is aimed at 15 to 22-year-olds.
Well done. That's the new case, people. Oh my god.
So, when we filmed our final product, I filmed the footage on my camera. Throughout the experience, I have learnt how to use a camera professionally, and here you can see...
Wait, you're meant to do 5. Let's do 5.
That is going
That
in.
was beautiful.
That is going in.
Let's do question 5 instead. So you don't need both sheets, you just need that one.
Yeah. Should I put it? But
Which question were you doing?
6.
Oh, nice.
I was like, this does not sound right.
Okay. Due to...
Get
It's
out.
back again.
Due to...
I'm leaning on the door.
Yeah, no.
Due to the main target audience of our opening scene being for ages over 15, we decided to make the opening scene attractive to our audience by having the victim be around 15 to 17. Another one of our survey questions was, what do you think is a good age for the victim? Here you can see that the majority of our audiences are mainly for 15-year-olds.
The majority of our target audience.
I can't read.
Wait, can you... Is that better?
Yeah, where did I get up to?
The majority of our target audience. Up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the majority of our target audience believes that the victim's age should be between 18 to 24 years of age. However, we decided to use the age range of the victim to be between 15 and 17 years old, as we used Lucy, who is in our group, to be the victim. This was because she knew the plot well and was a reliable person to do the task properly.
Never been called reliable.
Here is my blog on the actor profiles, and here is Lucy's part. As you can see, I've described Lucy that Lucy is a teenage girl and is a drama student who is comfortable with appearing in front of a camera. I've also referenced her age and why that is suitable for our target audience and genre, as she conforms to being a teenager in our final piece. As she is listening to her music on her smartphone and wears suitable clothing such as a hoodie, trainers and leggings, all of which conform to common conventions of teenagers' appearances. This will make our opening scene more personal and relatable for our teenage young adult audience.
You did it.
The audience for our media product would be aged 15 to 21. This is because the rating for our film would be a 15. The criteria for a 15 is when there is sex, drugs, imitable behaviour, and people may be influenced by bad behaviour and wish to copy it. Bad language, nudity, discrimination, threat or violence are also included in this. Our film opening contains violence. This may be strong, however, doesn't dwell on infliction of pain or injury for too long. In our film opening, we have a graphic murder, but is not prolonged by scenes of torture. Therefore, is a threat and a horror theme throughout. Our film opening doesn't meet the criteria of an 18 certificate, as it would contain material that breaches the criminal law. Material that shows images of people being harmed in some way or explicit images of sexual activity. In order to make our film opening an 18 certificate rating, we would have to show scenes of rape and torture and abuse to our victim. Show blog. In order to attract our audience, we decided to include violence and threat in our film opening to appeal to our audience of 15 to 21-year-olds. We did this by adding in stalking scenes of the killer stalking the victim. Insert clip of victim being followed by killer.
Broken or unbroken, regardless you're still mine, 'cause you belong to me. So hold on.
And showing violent scenes such as our stabbing scenes. Show stabbing scene. And the killer dragging the victim to the river. show victim's body being dragged to the stream. There is threat throughout the film opening as the audience never knows what the killer is going to do next, and the end of our film opening is left on a enigma, so the audience doesn't know what the killer is going to do next. Show clip of killer walking from victim's
I think that's ruined because the door was open.
Yeah, same.
Sorry. How long do you think you'll be in here for? Have you booked it out here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if the other people have booked it as well? Because we had booked it, but then it seems that our name's been rubbed out or something, or someone's written over it.
I think we're going to be like 20 minutes. Yeah, we won't be too long.
20 minutes.
But,
We won't be in here for the whole of lunch. If you come for the end of it, we'll be gone.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right.
okay. Do you want to redo that? Also,
Should
it's
we
still
listen to
recording.
it?
Yeah.
There is a threat throughout the film opening as the audience never knows what the killer is going to do next. And at the end of our film opening is left, the end of our film opening, in fact, is left on enigma so that the audience doesn't know what the killer is going to do next. Show clip of killer walking away from the victim's dead body. Let's go.
Sorry. How long do you think you'll be in here for? Have you booked it out here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if the other people have booked it as well? Because we had booked it, but then it seems that our name's been rubbed out or something, or someone's written over it.
I think we're going to be like 20 minutes. Yeah, we won't be too long.
We
But,
won't be in here for the whole of lunch. If you come for the end of it, we'll be gone.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right.
okay. Do you want to redo that? Also,
Should
it's
we
still
listen to
recording.
it?
Yeah.
Same.